fie on all tired jades, on all mad masters and all foul ways. Was ever man so beaten? Was ever man so rayed? Was ever man so weary? Ugh. I am after to warm them now. Were not I a little hot, and soon hot my very lips might freeze, to my teeth my belly ere I should come by a fire to thaw me. But I with blowing the fire shall warm myself, for considering the weather a taller man than I will take cold. Holla ho, Curtis! What dost thou call so coldly? A piece of ice, if thou doubts it. Thou mayst slide from my shoulder to my heel with no greater front, but my head and my neck a fire, good Curtis. Is my master and his wife coming, Grumio? Oh, aye, Curtis, aye, and therefore fire, fire, cast on no water. Is she so hot as Shrew as she reported? She was good, Curtis, before this frost, but thou knowest winter tames man, woman, and beast. For it hath tamed my old master and my new mistress and myself, fellow Curtis. Oh, what are you strange fool, I know beast. Am I but 3 inches? Why, thy horn is a foot, and so long am I at the least. But wilt thou make a fire, or shall I complain on thee to our mistress, whose hand she being now at hand, thou shalt soon feel to thy cold comfort for being slow in thy hot office? A pretty good Grumio, tell me, how goes the world? A cold world, Curtis, in every office but thine, and therefore fire! Do thy duty and have thy duty, for my master and mistress are almost frozen to death. Already, and therefore I pray thee with news. First, know my horse is tired, my master and mistress fallen out. How? Out of their saddles and into the dirt. Let's hack it, Grumio. Lend thine ear. This is a bitter tale, not a sheer tale. And therefore 'tis a sensible tale. And this cuff was but to knock at your ear and beseech listening. Now I begin. And previous. We came down a foul hill, my master riding behind my mistress. Both of one horse? What's that to thee? Why a horse? Tell thou the tale. But hadst thou not crossed me, thou shouldst have heard how her horse fell, and how she under her horse, thou shouldst have heard, and how miry a place, how she was bemoiled, how he left her with the horse upon her, how he beat me, because her horse stumbled, how she waded through the dirt to pluck him off me, how he swore, how she prayed that never prayed before, how I cried, how the horses ran away, how her bridle was burst, how I lost my crupper, with many things of worthy memory, which now shall die in oblivion, and thou return an experience to thy grave. By this reckoning, he is more sure than she. Aye, and that thou and the proudest of you all shall find when he comes home.
Where be these knaves? What, no man at the door to hold my step or take my horse? Where's it, Daniel, Gregory, Philip? Here, sir! Here, sir! Here, sir! Here, sir! Here, sir! Here, sir! You logger-headed and unpolished grooms? What, no attendance, no regard, no duty? Where's foolish never sent before?
Here, sir, as foolish as I was before.
You horse son, you malt horse drudge, did I not bid thee meet me in the park and bring along these rascal knaves with thee? Go, rascals, go! Fetch my supper in! Sit down, Kate, and be welcome. Soud, soud, soud. Why, when I say, nay, good sweet Kate, be merry. Off my boots, you rogues, you villains! When? Out, you rogue! You pluck my foot awry! Take that! Mend the plucking of the other. Be merry, Kate. Smarter here? What ho? Where's my spaniel, Troilus? Sir, I'll get you hence. Bid my cousin Ferdinand come hither. One, Kate, that you must kiss and be acquainted with. Where are my slippers? Shall I have some water? Come, Kate, wash, and welcome heartily. You whoreson villain, will you let it fall?
Patience, I pray you, till we halt unwilling.
A whoreson, beetle-headed, flap-eared knave. Come, Kate, sit down. I know you have a stomach. Will you give thanks, sweet Kate, or shall I? What's this? Mutton?
Aye.
Who brought it?
Aye.
'Tis burnt, and so is all the meat.
I pray you, husband, be not so disquiet. The meat was well if you were so contented.
I tell thee, Kate, 'twas burnt and dried away, and I expressly am forbid to touch it, for it engenders choler, plaintive anger, and better 'twere that both of us did fast, since of ourselves are choleric, than feed it with such over-roasted flesh. Be patient. Tomorrow shall be mended, and for tonight, Well, fast for company. Come, I'll bring thee to thy bridal chamber. Thus I have politically begun my reign, and 'tis my hope to end successfully. My falcon bow I sharpened, passing empty, until she stoops she must not be full gorged, for then she never looks upon her lure. Another way I have to man my haggard, to make her come and know her keeper's call, that is, to watch her, as we watch these kites that bait and beat and will not be obedient. She ate no meat today, nor none shall eat. Last night she slept not, nor tonight she shall not. As with the meat, some undeserved fault I'll find about making of the bed. Here I'll fling the pillow, there the bolster, this way the coverlet, another way the sheets. Aye, and amid this really I intend that all is done in reverent care of her. And in conclusion, she shall watch all night, and if she chance to nod, I'll rail and brawl, and with a clamor keep her still awake. This is a way to kill a wife with kindness, and thus I'll curb her mad and headstrong humor. He that knows better how to tame a shrew, now let him speak, 'tis charity to shew.
Quick proceeders, Mary. Now tell me, I pray, that you durst swear your Bianca, love none in the world so well, Lucentio.
O despiteful love, unconstant womankind, I tell thee, Lydio, this is wonderful.
Mistake no more, I am not Lydio, nor a musician as I seem to be, but one that's scorned to live in this disguise. For such a one as leaves a gentleman, and makes a god of such a cullion. Know, sir, that I am called Hortensio.
Signor Hortensio, I have often heard of your entire affection to Bianca, and since mine eyes are witness of her lightness, I will with you, if you be so contented, forswear Bianca and her love forever.
See how they kiss in court, Signor Lucentio? Here is my hand, and here I firmly vow never to woo her more. But I do forswear her, as one unworthy all the former favors, that I have fondly flattered her withal.
And here I take the like unfeigned oath, never to marry with her, though she would entreat. Fie on her, see how beastly she doth court him.
Would all the world but he had quite forsworn, for me that I may surely be mine oath. I will be married to a wealthy widow, ere 3 days pass, which hath as long loved me, as I have loved this proud disdainful haggard. As so farewell, Signor Lucentio, kindness in woman, not the beauteous looks, shall win my love, and so I take my leave, in resolution, as I swore before.
No, no, forsooth, I dare not for my life.
The more my wrong, the more his spite appears. What, did he marry me to famish me? Beggars that come unto my father's door, upon entreaty have present alms. If not, elsewhere they meet with charity. But I, who never knew how to entreat, nor never needed that I should entreat, am starved for meat, giddy for lack of sleep, with oaths kept waking and brawling fed. And that which spites me more than all of these wants, he does it under the name of perfect love. As who should say, if I should sleep or eat, 'twere deadly sickness or else present death. I prithee go, and get me some repast. I care not what it is, so it be just wholesome food.
What say you to a neat's foot?
'Tis passing good, I prithee let me have it.
I fear it is too colic a meat.
I like it well, good Grumio, fetch it me.
I cannot tell, I fear 'tis choleric. What say you to a piece of beef and mustard?
A dish that I love to feed upon.
Aye, but the mustard is too hot a little.
Why then the beef, and let the mustard rest?
Nay, then I will not. You shall have the mustard, or else you get no beef of Grumio.
Then both or one, or anything thou wilt.
Why then the mustard without the beef?
Go get thee gone, thou false deluding slave, that feedest me with the very name of meat. Sorrow on thee and all the pact of you that triumphed upon this misery. Go get thee gone, I say.
How fair is my cake? What sweeting, Olimore?
Mistress with cheer.
Faith as cold as can be.
Plug up thy spirits, look cheerfully upon me. Here, love, thou seest how diligent I am, to dress thy meat myself and bring it thee. What? Not a word? Nay then, thou lovest it not, and all my pains is sorted to no proof. Here, take away this dish.
I pray you, let it stand.
The poorest services are paid with thanks, and so shall mine before you touch the meat.
I thank you, good sir.
Senor Patricio, fie, you are to blame. Come, Mistress Kate, I'll bear you company.
Eat it all up, dear Hortensio, if thou lovest me. Much good do it unto thy gentle heart. What, hast thou dined? The tailor stays thy leisure, to deck thy body with his ruffling treasure. Why, this was molded on a porringer. A velvet dish, fie, 'tis lewd and filthy. Why, 'tis a cockle or a walnut shell, a knack, a toy, a trick, a baby's cap. Away with it. Come, let me have a bigger.
I'll have no bigger. This doth fit the time, and gentlewomen wear such caps as these.
When you are gentle, you shall have one too, and not till then.
That will not be in haste.
Why, sir, I trust I may have leave to speak. And speak I will. I am no child, no babe, and your betters have endured me to say my mind. If you cannot, best stop your ears. My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, or else my heart concealing it will break, and rather than it shall, I will be free, even to the uttermost, as I plead in word.
Why, thou sayest true. It is a paltry cap, a custard coffin, a bauble, a silken pie. I love thee well, and that thou likest it not.
Love me or love me not, I like the cap, and if I will have it, or I will have none.
Come on, in God's name, once more towards our fathers. Good Lord, how bright and goodly shines the moon.
The moon? The sun. It is not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know it is the sun that shines so bright.
Now, by my mother's son, and that's myself, it shall be the moon, or star, or what I list, or ever I journey to your father's house. Go on and fetch our horses back again. Evermore crossed and crossed, nothing but crossed.
Say as he says, or we shall never go.
Forward I pray, since we have come so far, and be it the moon, or sun, or whatever you please, and if you please to call it a rush candle, henceforth I vow it shall be so for me.
I say it is the moon.
I know it is the moon.
Nay, then you lie. It is the blessed sun.
Then God be blessed! It is the blessed sun! The sun it is not, when you say it is not. The moon changes when your mind changes. What you will have it named, even that it is, and so it shall be so for Catherine.
Petruchio, go thy ways, the field is won.